Well, welcome back. Let's check crypto. Bitcoin this morning below $70,000, but up on the session. The digital asset is down about 22% from its all-time high of $126,000. Joining me now is the CEO of Ledger, Pascal Gauthier. Pascal, thanks very much for being here. Your reaction to the moves and what you're expecting here in this market.
Well, you know, we don't really look at the moves at Ledger. What we look at is the volume of exchange and the trends. The trend is that we're moving into a tokenized world, tokenized asset world, and humans will be moving, but also AI will be moving these tokens. And so at Ledger, we're very focused on building the security infrastructure that underlies this whole economy, making sure that you can be secure and autonomous, and also that you can control your agents.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the tension is between self-custody and convenience. And I want to get your take, given your own recover situation there and what institutions are doing. Pascal, do you expect all markets to be tokenized? How will this look in financial services going forward?
Yeah, possibly. I think, you know, what Bitcoin has been and what this tokenized world is just better rails to transfer value. And so let's think about it as an upgrade in technology. And so will the financial world and will Wall Street use better technology to transfer assets? I think for sure. And, you know, it's not a question so much about, you know, self-custody versus custody is how can these assets be secure? And this is where Ledger comes in play. These are very new assets. The transaction is immutable. And so you need a new form of security around it. And that's what we're building for the consumer. And this is why you talk about self-custody, but we're also building this for financial institution, and that's Ledger Enterprise. But the idea is you need to be able to secure these assets. And when you move them, you need to be able to be autonomous and move them with the same kind of security.
But Pascal, what about these keys? I mean, should investors trust that their keys are not going to be exposed?
Well, with the right security framework, and if you have your keys in a device like this, then yes, you can trust that they will be secure. You know, security is about being battle tested. And Ledger, we have now 8+ million devices that are out there. We're securing close to 100 financial institutions. And we've been doing this for the past almost 12 years now, or 11 years. And so the proof is in the pudding. You know, security is never resting, but we've proven time over time that we are the best line of security if you want to protect digital assets.
So what do you want to say to those 100 million people who are holding keys right now in terms of where this market moves? Well,
we want to say wherever it moves, be secure. Again, movement of the market and speculation is not our play. We are about utility. If you want to use those private keys and engage with decentralized finance, or if you want to have some yield on your coins, then you need to do it from a secure place. And you know, this is also linked to your private property with Bitcoin and those digital assets. What you have now is a possibility for private property for the individual. And we say to those 100 million individuals, you need to upgrade your security and buy a ledger.
What do you want to see in terms of the policy backdrop, Pascal? I mean, in terms of regulation here, and whether or not you're looking at governments trying to restrict hardware wallets, like in the EU?
I don't think this is what the government is trying to do. I don't think this is where the regulation is going. Actually, everybody understands now the fundamental right that is the right to private property. What Ledger does is basically the same thing that you do if you have a safe at home. And so for individual, it's exactly the same. And so I don't think legislators are trying to regulate private property because that would be something else. What they're trying to do is to catch bad actors. And so when it comes to catching bad actors, I think Ledger is really behind this. And again, we are not in the secrecy business. We are in the security and autonomous business for good actors that wants to play, law-abiding citizens. And so I don't think any regulation is actually against us. There is only one point, which is how do you put yield on your stable coins? And actually, that is in favor of Ledger. Like, you know, why would you have to trust your stable coins to a bank to get yield on them? You can actually keep your stable coins on a ledger and have the same yields. A ledger offers exactly the same as a bank would offer you, but in a very decentralized manner by connecting you to regulated actors.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to figure out who's winning in this back and forth as we await the Clarity Act, because banks are worried that, you know, if the crypto platforms are paying those rewards, then money is going to come out of their traditional deposit accounts. But of course, why not pay a reward if you're in a membership program? If you're talking to Coinbase, that's his argument.
Right, but again, my argument is to say, but if you hold your own money, you know, why would you be allowed to have access to yield? And actually, you will. The bill right now, you know, doesn't really cover what you call self-custody, but which is really digital private property. And to get yield on your digital private property is something that you'll be able to do through a ledger. So I think there is a debate today that doesn't really concern us. It's between, you know, the banks and Coinbase. We are totally for regulatory clarity, and I think what's happening right now in the US is very important for the world, because whatever regulation is going to happen in the US, that's going to be a beacon that the world is going to follow.
Absolutely. And Pascal, I know you recently sold $50 million in a secondary share order. You say there's plans to take the company public, right?
Well, always be raising. That's my motto. And so it's not necessarily that we're going to take the company public. Actually, we have no such, but I am always making sure that the company can be the best it can be. And so therefore having access to private markets or public markets, that's my job, getting the company ready. And this is why we announced last week John Andrews to join us as our CFO from Circle. And also we announced that we opened our New York office. And why? Because, you know, the world of finance is happening in New York, and with this new administration and this new regulation, we hope that will pass. Everything is going to happen in New York, and New York is going to be the epicenter of crypto for the world. And so we are just getting ready.
So, I mean, that was a huge hire from Circle, Pascal. Tell us where the growth comes from at Ledger in the next 3 years right now.
Well, this is what's very exciting, because we have built a great consumer arm, and again, sold 8 million devices. And right now, our business is not just selling the hardware, but it's an ecosystem that you build around the hardware. And so our revenue is half hardware, half software, and software revenue coming from the transactional model. But we also have a great enterprise business. And right now, with everything that's happening in the US, what we're seeing with the enterprise business is just colossal. Every bank in America, and most actually financial institutions in the world, are moving towards tokenized assets and crypto assets. So right now, the world of Ledger in the future looks exactly the same as in the past, except 1,000 times bigger. And especially if you take in consideration that AI agents now will transact on behalf of financial institutions and on behalf of users. Wow. And so users and financial institutions will need a kill switch, will need something to control those AI agents, and that's going to be their ledger.
Yeah, I mean, that gets me a little nervous with the agentic AI. You're right, you make a great point, Pascal. And I guess financial services is the industry that's really getting impacted the most by these changes.
That's correct. Yeah, massively. And look, I spent the months of March in New York, and it's just meeting after meeting, and the largest financial institutions are just moving in. I've been in the business for the past 12 years. We went from, is this a test, is this real, to now it's just the gates are completely open, and it's tsunami of token coming in Wall Street.
Pascal, congrats. We're going to be watching your work, and of course, Ledger. Please come back soon, Pascal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria.
All right, Pascal Gauthier joining us. We'll be right back.